guys, we're raising another Darksiders 3 achievement guide for you. We'll be going for can you restore the balance and balance all things, which is upgrade 5 enchantments. We'll be doing 1 and all 5. I apologize for this really shitty beginning here that I didn't show how to get up here in this boss fight because I kind of killed him pretty quickly. Basically, you will be going to the parking garage, and before you go anywhere in there, you walk in there, you'll take a right, and you will see that you'll need the stasis hollow to do the wall balancing up there. And then once you come around the side, you'll see the ceiling right here, which you'll use the force hollow to roll yourself up to the ceiling across, and you'll fight one of them little four-armed Gora wannabes. And I apologize, I didn't really go into depth and show this one like I should have. I did for the most of them, except for one of the other kind of related boss fights. So I'm also going to be walking you through here, and I'm going to be showing how to get all 6 Essence of the Chosen, so that way you can have plenty and upgrade them all. You will only need 5 for the achievement, but I will show you how to get all 6 of them, so that way in case you want to skip one of these bosses, go ahead and be my guest. And the second boss, after the first area, which is in the very beginning of the game, this, as you probably recognize by now, if not, I've already fought this one, is not too hard to miss. You'll come around over here as long as you activate that switch that's underneath that little crawl space. This is in the second area of the game. After you get your flame hollow, you'll come in here and you will fight this guy. So all you gotta do is come in here, beat him, make sure you kill the skeletons before you come in here because they tend to just follow you in here. So make sure you just come in here and kill this guy, and you'll receive a second Essence of a Chosen. And if you haven't already also gotten one of the Essence of the Chosen at this point, you will also get your one of the Chosen achievement for getting your first one of those as well. So this is going to be like a 3-part achievement basically. You'll be getting 3 achievements in one video. On top of that, you'll also be getting all 6 of these, which is pretty handy. That way you'll have plenty of stuff to upgrade with it, and you don't have to worry about missing any of them. So there's your Essence of a Chosen. The very first one I got, I went and backtracked because obviously you need the very last stasis to go back to the beginning of the game. Gotta love backtracking, right guys? Alright, now this is the swamp area. I'm showing you guys specifically where this is at. In the Bonelands, in the cargo ship area. I just use this spawn here. I turn around. This is where the Kraken was, and you'll be making a right over here, coming across this little area into this lovely little loading scene. You gotta love that crap in this game. Now this one's a little bit trickier to get to. You gotta do a bunch of stuff in order to get to them. Now I went ahead and actually walked you through all the steps to be able to get up there, because you will also need to get up there for a human, which I've also made a video for that as well. So you will be coming over here. You need to make sure that you use your Storm Hollow, and you will be flying across that. Now I've cleared on most of the enemies, but you will basically be loading, and you'll be loading. So you have to climb up here, but you'll have to go all the way around the backside and to knock that animal down and to push it all over here, right? So I kind of skipped that part of the video, but like I said, I've done it in the human location video guide. If you get confused, you basically have to go all the way down to the bottom hand side, walk all the way around, and then climb up there, and you'll knock that thing off the ledge because you'll see it up there, and you'll just basically, you know, knock it all over here, jump up here, climb up into this room. As you can see, I'm sitting in this back room. This one is quite a bit of a pain in the ass. As you can see, my soul's over there from before. When I tried to fight him before, when I was weaker, and just got absolutely destroyed. That beam is pretty deadly. I thought I had to actually go all out on this guy, but I became a lot stronger, obviously, so he ain't too big of a deal. But if you fight him early on, yeah, they're always going to be pretty strong early on. It's kind of a good thing to come back to them once you get a little stronger, and it makes it a little easier on yourself unless you really think you can handle them. And you will have your 3rd Essence of a Chosen once you beat this guy. Not too bad so far. Now your 4th one is in the next area. You basically have almost one per area. Almost one per area. Basically these little champions, so to speak, of other enemies that are in the game. Now we'll be in the depths, as you can see here, on the Forgotten Lake. So what you're going to want to do when you start off is you're just going to want to go straight out here. You don't need to have anything too crazy for this, but you do need to be pretty far in the game. So you're going to want to come down here, go into this little water area, and never open the gate. So you're going to want to melee both these red switches because they will be blue. You'll be timed, so make sure you dash and melee them both fast enough, and they'll both turn red, and the gate will open up. You will just come on right under the gate. Make sure you just follow the right hand side path through this little hole in the wall up here. Just go ahead and swim up through that. And for some reason she was doing some weird, I don't even know, back and forth fish swimming. She would not go up and forward. I don't know how to tell you. Just follow through this little cave pattern here, this little cave path. Come on up here. All you gotta have is the force hollow, and just jump along the wall, activate that, and roll your nice little ass all the way up around here. Like I said, you don't need anything crazy for this. By this part of the game, you know, like always, you'll be coming back to all this stupid crap. So just make sure you have the force hollow. All you gotta do is come up here and beat this heavily armored skeleton, do the big shield to get another essence of a chosen. By this part of the game, you should already obviously have your force hollow, so therefore you will be able to come to this room right away. No limitations, so you should be able to come right over here and get this one right off the bat. Now, this guy is kind of a pain in the ass, even with me being leveled up pretty far, because he is towards the end of the game more. I mean, I'm doing some pretty good damage to him, but that shield is just blocking like half my attacks. It's pretty much of a pain in the ass. Like, I would say is the worst one out of all of them. So be prepared to fight him. If you really have to, just come back to him at a later time with some better strength. And that way you can, you know, take some more damage out of him when he's actually not blocking. So once you have a nice little dance around and fight with him, trying to evade all of his attacks and get behind his shield, eventually you can take him out. Attacks aren't too bad, just got like a regular shield swing and a sword swing. That's basically all he's really got, and he gets kind of pumped up in his little flame mode. I like to use the stasis hollow to slow him down a little bit, give me a little bit more time to actually get hits on him, especially for bigger enemies like this. Eventually you get him down there, you'll get him, and you'll get the essence. Now the last essence of the chosen is in the scar area. You will basically be coming across this guy as like a mini boss to progress through the area. Now I already killed him and didn't know that he was going to give me one, otherwise I would have already been recording this entire fight, and I apologize for that. He's pretty easy, just keep him at a distance. If you want to throw your salvation at him until he's dead, be my guest. He's pretty easy. Or you can just go up there and just dodge his little easy attacks and his rock throwing, and just make sure you kill his ass, and you'll get another essence of a chosen. Now I'm going to back out here so you can kind of see where you come from. You will be riding these, I don't know, these little carts down here. Once you get down here, you'll know that you'll be fighting him pretty soon. It's, I would say, a good chunk of the way through the last area. It takes quite a bit to get there. Alright, once you get that, that will be your 5th one, and your 6th one won't be until basically near end game. I didn't get this in my store until after I beat Pride. I don't know if it'll appear anytime before that. I didn't notice it, but I'm pretty sure you have to beat Pride and everybody else, because I was at the end game, and once I'm at the end game and beating Pride, I also had one in the inventory to buy from Volgrim. So that will be your 6th one right there. If you choose to skip any of the other guys, you can be my guest, because there is 6. You only need 5 to upgrade 5 of them for your achievement. So you can go ahead and just skip that, any of the ones you want. It doesn't really matter. So I'm going to go ahead and show you here the requirements that you will need to actually upgrade one all the way. They're all the same requirements throughout what they offer, how many you need. They all go up the same amount. I also found out that if you keep in mind that once you go one pathway with it all the way through it, the end result will be the opposite of what you put into it. So let's say if you put all angelic points into the top, the last slot, when you use your essence of a chosen, you'll have to use 12 demonic points, if that makes sense. So vice versa, use all the demonic on the bottom, the last one's going to be angelic. So keep that in mind. So all you gotta do is make sure you have enough angelic and demonic artifacts to actually be able to upgrade these things all the way, because they do take an immense amount. Also, which is a really good thing, if you've pretty much collected everything but the end game, found all the humans, and did all your exploring pretty thoroughly, you should have enough. Just about enough. If not enough, just go buy all of them off of Volgrim. He has 18 for each of them. So I've also recorded that for that achievement for you guys who need some help. If you need more of those, he has 18 of those also at the end of the game, which is really helpful. So I would suggest try to find as much as you can, and if you don't quite cut it, you will definitely need more, almost more than I think that the achievement requires, because I got my achievements earlier than this and I still needed to go back and to buy more. So more than 50 for all this crap. All this crap. Excuse me. So it's basically just doubles every time. I'm pretty sure it's 2, 4, 6, and 12 each time you level up one all the way. So the first one would be 2, as you can see. And now I'm going to go out to back and buy more because I don't have enough. So that's pretty much it, guys. I'm just going to be finishing up the rest of the video. Trying not to spend my souls if I don't have to buy this stuff, because I'm technically, you know, trying to be conservative as much as I can, and I'm also using one of the other enhancements that give me my damage with my souls. So trying to be stingy about it. I don't want to go buy them all, but he does have 18 apiece, and I already bought a good chunk of each from my achievements to have 50 of them each. But I do end up wiping them out of all of them, both demonic and angelic. So just keep that in mind. You might have to buy all of them off from yourself. So make sure you save plenty of souls. If you have some clusters, go ahead and just break those for this part, and make sure you have enough to buy them all. It will cost you a decent amount. So I'm just going to be running back and forth and checking this out and making sure I have enough to get my achievement. Just trying to make sure. I want to know that I didn't start upgrading any other ones before I went ahead and started doing this. Excuse me. Jesus. So like I said, 2, 4, and then 6, and then 12. Alright guys, that should do it. I hope this helped you out. I did a lot of research on this for you guys to make sure that this was a complete guide on all of this and nothing was very confusing. So let me know what you think. Please like and subscribe to my channel. I put a lot of work in these videos, and I definitely could use the support for this. And I hope to God I will see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.